What is going on, everybody? This is Game Ovaries, and today I wanted to go ahead and talk to you about Incursions, the newest update dropped on April 12th for the Division, and I gotta say, it's pretty fun. I like it a lot. It's giving us a more team-oriented gameplay within the Division, rather than just going through challenge modes, which really don't require much. I would say they don't really require much teamwork, because you don't have to activate anything for the most part. You're just kind of running and gunning, killing enemies, killing the boss. You know how it is. I mean, the challenge modes, you can have people that really aren't very good at the game, maybe have really crappy gear, and they just kind of tag along, hide in the back. You know, you can get everybody through that. But with the incursions, you really do need everybody to be on the same page. You got to have good chemistry with your team. You know, I eventually found a team through matchmaking that was decent, but it took me about 4 hours because I kept finding teams that I just couldn't play with. They just, you know, we didn't mesh well together. We had different ways of trying to do something, and it just didn't work. You know, weren't thinking tactically and weren't thinking smart, because some people like to just run and gun and get into the action. Well, that's not very smart. Not a very smart thing to do in the incursions. You're gonna most likely die, because even on hard mode, yeah, you get destroyed by these enemies, especially shotgunners, or the APC tank shoots this rocket, which one shot downs you instantly. I think it goes for everybody. I think that's how it's programmed. I could be wrong. I don't know if anybody can survive a shot from one of those, unless, well, actually, I don't know. If you can survive, if you know a way to survive an APC rocket shot, please let me know down in the comments below, because I would like to see a video of this, or just any sort of proof would be great. But anyways, I'm kind of getting sidetracked here, but I wanted to go and talk specifically about my strategy, which is to have a healer in the group, a support class. This is huge, this is key, and the reason I'm saying this is because a lot of people tend to forget that the Division is actually an RPG game and then a shooter. It's not, you know, the other way around. It's not a shooter and RPG. So, that being said, a lot of people tend to focus on DPS and health. Some people even just go down the route of just having DPS, and they're just glass cannons where their health is like 30k, but their DPS is probably like 250 or almost 300k, and it's like, wow, okay, you can take somebody down, but you can't take a hit, man. Like, you gotta strike first if you're gonna do any good. And the whole point of this game, I mean, you're useless if you're dead, if you're on the ground and someone has to revive you. That is where my character class comes into play. I am a skill power build, so I focus on healing the group and making sure everybody stays alive. And the way I do this is, well, it's not just me. You have to have the team kind of go with you, and obviously you guys have to have certain skills equipped and use them all at the same time accordingly. But what I have equipped is the healing station, the little support station that you throw on the ground. The name of it escapes me, but anyways, I have the mod that's called immunity, whatever. It makes you immune to all status effects. So basically, if you're standing in that little green circle, you will not catch on fire, you will not get shocked, you will not get tear gassed, disoriented, all the above, blind, deaf. None of that will happen to you as long as you have this circle around you. And in the incursions, if you haven't played yet, there are these parts where these drones come out and they shock you, and not only that, but shotgun guys are charging you at the same time. So basically, if you get shocked by one of these drones and you're just like kind of shaking there, paralyzed or whatever, and these shotgun guys come up, you know, your team is pretty much done, because you can't heal, and your team, it all starts with the healer, in my opinion. It really does, because if you aren't alive, you're useless. And the healer, in this case, me, I was just healing my team, minimally shooting. I just really wanted to focus on making sure that they stayed alive, because my teammates had much higher DPS than me. My DPS is like maybe 100k in this video, and I mean, it was complete garbage. That's not the point. I was just focusing on skill power, and it brings me to my other skill that I use, which is the overheal. The reason why I'm using that, well, because my skill power is so high, I think I can heal for about 90 to 100k, something like that. It's pretty ridiculous. So I can pretty much instantly heal somebody and give them an overshield, which is great. I mean, you can't beat that. So this whole strategy right here, if you see where we are in the video, we go up to the top right side and go right in between these generators for the most part, which is kind of like the community area where I drop my heals. So if somebody needs a heal, you know, they just run back into that area or whatever. Yeah, for the most part, have a support station. Make sure you have immunity boost on there, the immunity mod, and then also have an overheal. An overheal is great. I mean, the other one is also good. That gives you like damage resistance and damage boost, but I really think the overheal is the way to go. Also, make sure one of your teammates has another support station, another healing station that gives you more ammo and reduces the cooldown time of your skills. That is also key, and you want to stack both of those stations, the one that gives you immunity and the one that gives you ammo. Stack those on top of each other so that you get skill cooldown, you're immune, and you don't waste all your ammo. That's like, those three things are amazing. Make sure you always have those going on, and that, you know, helps me healing everybody too. I can pretty much just spam the heals and it works out great. It may take a little bit longer to do the incursion this way. I don't know. I haven't done it any other way. Maybe some people are running through this like it's a challenge mode and it's easy, but I'm focusing on the heals, not dropping the DPS as much. So I'm just trying to help the team, just doing my thing with the team. So really, that's my skill build. And then also having somebody with smart cover that gives you damage resistance and damage bonus when in cover. That's also a great thing to have. Like, you got to really coordinate. Obviously, you got to have somebody with pulse. That's a great way to get through the game too, is just making sure you have those crit shots stacked on, and of course seeing where your enemies are. You got to have that, you know. It's just so you got to have somebody with pulse, with smart cover. You got to have 2 healing stations and have the overheal, and you know what, you should be good to go. And make sure everybody stands in those rings, those green rings, man. That's the home base. You don't want to get out of those. That also you got to rely on the healer to also make sure that they place those in appropriate spots. I mean, you don't want to have the ring far away, and you got to make sure that everything is in a good spot. And this is something you'll learn over time. I mean, you can kind of see in this video how we were playing it, how we beat it. This is all wave 15, by the way, in case you couldn't figure that out already. Yeah, that's really what I wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys about. Having a support character, just one. I mean, 2 would probably be great, but I think just having one support character is awesome, and then the other guys focus on DPS for the most part. So that's pretty much my spiel on how to do the incursions. I got some really cool rewards. First time I did it, I got 2 pieces of the tactician gear. I got the chest armor piece along with the holster. So that actually boosted me up, giving me an additional 4,000 skill power, which is freaking awesome. I mean, I love the skill power build, and it's really fun. Definitely go out and try it. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know if this strategy works for you. I think this is the only way. This is the only way I've done it. I've completed it 5 times. It works for me. Maybe there's an easier way to do it, but I haven't heard of it yet. So let me know down in the comments what you think. I hope this helped, and if it did, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel for more content, and hopefully I'll be making more Division stuff here in the future. As I'm still in school, so I got a lot coming up. I got finals and everything, but I'm trying to make these videos, and during the summer, I will definitely be making more content. So thanks again, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and on that note, Obrey's out.